why are we doing this now? I've literally just woken up. First episode, come on dude, I've got to make a good impression here. Can I at least get dressed and shaved and everything first? Thank you. Christ. Okay, and I'm back. Let's run through the checklist. I've had a nice clean shave and a haircut. Wearing the Asylum colours, check 2, red and black. And I think we're about ready to go. Should we run that intro? Just roll it, roll it, roll it.
Welcome to the Asylum, the #1 place for your toy and collectible fix. Receive the help you need only at the Asylum. We hope you enjoy your visit. Yes.
Welcome, one and all, to episode 1 of the Asylum Show. My name is Mike, I'm the facilities manager here, and I'll be your host. Now, during the course of this series, we'll be discussing everything from toys, comic books, TV, movies, pop culture, and everything else in between. Now, you're probably wondering what our role in all of this is. We're just pushers of plastic crack and all the other obligatories that we're used to hearing. Well, to answer this, upper management have compiled a short informational video just for you. Enjoy. Many of our adult compulsions are set within us as children. As we grow older, we sought to revisit our childhood in many ways and in many forms. This search for nostalgia can induce a flood of endorphins and dopamine, aka happiness. However, in rare cases, this can form addiction. Here in the Asylum, we have created a safe place for everyone to pursue their interests and receive the help they need. A place to indulge and a place to interact with other like-minded individuals. With experienced staff working around the clock to ensure all our visitors are provided the care they deserve. We hope this helps you understand our role in the grand scheme. This has been Upper Management. Welcome to the Asylum. I don't think that helped anything at all. Well, I don't care what you think, you're not the one sitting in front of the camera. What do you mean? Welcome back, everyone. I hope that cleared a few things up. If you have any questions, then please feel free to ask in the comments below. Now, the next part of the show we like to call the Asylum Showcase. Now, this is the part of the show where we'll take a particular toy or toy line and discuss our thoughts on it. I'll be kicking things off with Marvel Legends' most recent offering of Deadpool from the X-Men Juggernaut wave. Look at this guy. Okay. There's a couple of reasons that I chose this figure. First of all, when I was writing for the episode, it was my latest pickup at the time. If any of you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you'll know that this guy was actually my latest pickup. Haven't had time to prepare anything for him as yet, or decided whether I'm even going to unbox him just yet, so we'll leave that for another time. So let's get back to the matter at hand. Now, there's a couple of reasons that I chose Deadpool. As I say, the first one was because at the time of producing this, he was my latest pickup. And I kind of want to open a conversation with regards to Marvel Legends and the way that toy sales in general are treated in this country. As a lot of my fellow UK residents will know, we can't just walk into our local Toys R Us or Asda or wherever and try and pick these up off the shelf. A lot of the time we've got to go to independent retailers and you're looking to pay a premium. Now, a lot of the time that's not the independent retailer's fault. Sometimes it is, they're just hiking up prices, but most of the time it's simply due to trying to outweigh the risk of keeping peg warmers. So they go by current resale values and outweigh that cost that they've had to lay out to get this stock in the first place. Completely understand that. I just don't feel that it's where we should be. sometimes I'll want to leave my house. I don't want to have to buy everything online, so I want to go to my Toys R Us, I want to go to the Entertainer, I want to go to Smith's, and I want to be able to just pick up the latest action figure that I want for my collection, come home, pop him on the shelf. I don't mind a hunt, I don't mind looking for these things. I understand supply and demand, and that these things will sell out quickly when they do arrive in stores. But the issue comes when they just don't arrive in stores. So I feel that this applies predominantly to these guys at this point, just because it's the biggest example that I can kind of grasp onto. I mean, of course, you've got other things such as the Nick Turtle Playmates waves, you've got Power Rangers Legacy from Bandai. We don't see a lot of this stuff hit UK shelves, and it's a sad place to be. But I think the biggest issue is lack of education within the industry. So a company like Toys R Us, they'll lump all of their Marvel Legends under this one big banner, Marvel Legends. They don't see new waves as new products, they just see them as Marvel Legends. And I feel that's probably why we're not seeing the circulation or rotation of stock. We don't see older stuff hit clearance, they're not getting rid of stock, so they don't order anything new. And that's across the board of a lot of stuff. So I can go into my local Toys R Us today and I can pick up some of the deeper cut like Spider-Verse stuff, or I think they've even still got some of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 wave. They've just recently got some of the Captain America wave, but nothing new. I've not seen any Doctor Strange on shelves. I've not seen either of the latest X-Men waves, and I just think it's a bit of a cop-out for these large specialist stores to not stock these products. And as I say, it's all down to education. There's a couple of ways that this can be filtered or sorted out. Hasbro or Playmates, whoever the company is, they need to be getting in the right representatives to go in and speak to these companies and explain to them the marketplace, which is again a sad state to be in. The other option, in my opinion, is look after your independents, your loyal smaller retailers. Take away certain restrictions. Hasbro in particular, and this is the reason I want to speak about Marvel Legends, you can only deal with them really directly. There's only a few distributors that they'll sell their stuff out to, and normally you can't get that at a decent price. What that then does is create this little vacuum of competition on pricing and keeping up with resale values to outweigh those peg warmers, as I was discussing before. And I think the easiest way around this is for companies to split up their stock. Like, you can only buy Marvel Legends by the case, so if they actually split up the individual figures and allowed retailers to only take on the stock that they want, they lessen that risk of having peg warmers, and they should be able to get enough stock to be able to offer all these products at the price their RRP dictates, which would be a great situation for all. Now obviously you've got a few issues with that, especially when it comes to Legends. You've got the build-a-figure aspects of things. Not everyone's a completist. I don't want the whole Juggernaut wave or Warlock wave, and this could be remedied by maybe taking that back the same way that they did with Falcon and Bucky, allowing retailers and stockists to take in what they want to take in. Now obviously we've got the other end of the spectrum of this, such as Asda's recent cock-up, where they've majorly overstocked on Civil War and Captain America toys, and then they ended up bottoming out the price and they can't get rid of their stock still. Now what that's going to do is that also is going to put people off of actually taking in stock of new things. They took the price down to £6 a piece at one point. That's not even good for anyone, because no one's actually buying them at that price from their local supermarket. And that's what's going to put people off, is other large businesses who probably look to Asda for trending stock and products, etc., are going to see that they can't even give their stock away. But again, I feel that more education within the industry and looking after the people who are actually selling your products who do know what they're doing are massively easy ways to remedy most of the issues that we're seeing. Now I'm going to stop ranting now, just because of time, and also I want to get on to actually looking at this guy a little more closely. What I'm going to do is I will, at some point in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to put together a blog post. I'm going to be taking on some of your questions about this issue, and we'll ramble through a load of it and try and see if we can do something from there. Now in the meantime, if you have any questions, please ask in the comments below. But until then, here's Deadpool. And here he is inside his packaging. Very much what we've come to expect from Marvel Legends these days. Take a look at the side, you've got the character artwork. Take a look at the other side, you'll see exactly the same. Take a look at the top of the box, we get the Deadpool logo. And then if we flip it all the way around, we get the money shot and a look at the other figures in this wave. Now, upon unboxing this figure, you'll notice that he comes with a ton of accessories. This is probably to supplement for the lack of any Build-A-Figure parts. Personally, I'm completely fine with that. I'm not looking to complete the wave, I'm not looking to build Juggernaut, so it kind of works out better in that sense. But going back to those accessories, you'll notice that he comes with a taco. This prompted a little bit of research for myself, so I thought I'd look into the history of tacos with toys, and I could only find 2 examples. First of which being Palisades' Doggy Disguised Gurr from their Invader Zim line, and secondly Taco Terror from Mattel's Food Fighters. Now, I don't personally think this counts as the taco is the action figure, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. Bonus round for you, the 12-inch Marvel Legends Deadpool comes with another food item. It comes with a burrito, as pictured here. Such an amazingly stunning figure. The accessories this comes with are just phenomenal, and I really want to get this for the collection. But we're not here to talk about the 12-inch, we're here to talk about the 6-inch, so let's get back to that. Now, Hasbro got a lot right with this figure. Everything down from the details, to the sculpting, to the paint apps, to the articulation, everything is spot on and exactly what we expect from Marvel Legends. I did, however, find a few issues with my figure. I don't know if this is specific to mine or this batch, but I'll run through a couple of things real quick. Now, the first thing that I noticed was there was already some stress in the elbow joints. I feel this is down to use of cheaper plastics. It feels a little flimsy, but it's fine. It's nothing much to complain about unless, of course, he falls apart. My next complaint would be about the interchangeable heads. Now, I find that neither of them offer much, if any, head tilt, which I think would be really good for some classic Deadpool poses. I also found that the unmasked head is very tight, and I don't just mean on the interchange, it's also very difficult to position and maneuver when you're trying to actually pose the figure. In regards to accessories, I'd have been quite happy to exchange a couple of the larger guns for interchangeable hands. Going back to those classic Deadpool poses, as mentioned earlier, definitely benefit from a fist and a thumbs up. I think that would really improve this. At the very least, I feel that they could have made the boxing glove that comes with the bazooka interchangeable and not just removable. That would have been a massive step in the right direction. Up next, I've included some pictures that I've personally taken of the figure. I feel these showcase him a little bit better just down to camera quality. All in all, I'd suggest this as a great figure for any collection. Whether you're a Marvel Legends connoisseur, whether you're into toy photography, or whether, like me, you just simply want to represent Deadpool in your personal collection. That about wraps things up for this edition of the Asylum Showcase. Back to me.
On the subject of Deadpool, we've recently learnt that Josh Brolin has taken on the part of Cable in the Deadpool movie sequel. I was admittedly skeptical about this, so I prompted the following Instagram post. This led to something I was not expecting at all. Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, Cable, X-Force and many others, commented on my post from his official Instagram account with one word: yes. I literally couldn't have asked for any better confirmation myself, and I'm so shocked I was on the receiving end of it. On that note, next up is the Asylum News. This is the part of the show where we discuss all new goings on at the Asylum. Roll VT.
Breaking news, the Collectors Asylum have officially launched their YouTube channel. And you are currently here. Okay, that's less breaking news, more retroactive. In other developments, they also continue to offer their patrons the very best in vintage, retro and modern toys, comics, games and collectibles. This includes free UK shipping on all orders over £15, 20% off all comic books and graphic novels using promo code COMICS20, a spring clearance sale, new stock always being uploaded, and pre-orders. Be sure to visit thecollectorsasylum.com for more information.
As you can tell, we don't have a lot to report at this point in time, but I assure you we'll have some real news moving forward into episode 2. Not just a glorified advertisement. Just in case you're wondering, everything that you can see behind me is available right now at thecollectorsasylum.com. And that brings us to the end of our first episode. I hope you've enjoyed your visit. Please ensure to give us a thumbs up on your way out. Please subscribe by clicking here, and be sure to share this with all your friends and family. I've been Mike, signing off. See you in the asylum soon.